One of the many great things about growing up just outside of Chicago was that there were a ton of family-owned restaurants, and many of them were owned by Greek families. These weren't actually Greek restaurants. They served spaghetti, they served just about everything, but there were certain things on the menu that were of Greek origin. And in fact, I found out later that all of those restaurants that I grew up with were in fact stocked by the same restaurant supply company. And one of my favorite things as a kid to order at those restaurants was egg lemon soup. They only had it like one day a week, and I can never remember what day it was, but it was always so exciting when it was egg lemon soup day. So I was thinking about other things that I could eat and things that were more flavorful, and I realized what's in egg lemon soup? It's some kind of starch, either rice or pasta, it's eggs, it's lemon, and it's broth. What could possibly not be digestible about that? So I made that, and it was great because it's got this great smooth texture, very easy to digest, but it's also got a lot of flavor. That lemon really makes it pop. So I wanted to show you today how to make a nice, simple egg lemon soup. For this recipe, you'll need 4 cups of broth. I prefer chicken broth, but if you don't eat chicken or you're an ovo-lacto vegetarian, you can use vegetable broth. 4 cups should get you by, and I personally prefer the Progresso chicken broth, not just because I used to work on that brand, but because I really do think it's a great tasting broth. You will also need 2 eggs, 2 large eggs, 1/4 cup of pasta, or you could also use rice. The proportions change a little bit and you have to cook it longer. I'm still eating just small amounts of pastina, so that's what I've got here. 1/4 cup of lemon juice, and then I'm also adding about 3/4 cup of ground chicken. So while you're letting your broth boil, you're going to want to lightly beat the 2 eggs. You're going to want them pretty smooth. I personally did not like having a lot of egg whites in my soup last time. So try to get them pretty smooth. After your eggs are reasonably well beaten, you're going to add the juice of, it's approximately 1 lemon. 1/4 cup is about 1 lemon. And then you're going to mix that in as well. After your broth has come to a boil, add your 1/4 cup of pasta. You're going to cook this for about 10 minutes. Almost forgot, you want to reduce the heat, which I have done even though you wouldn't know it from the pan, and cover. I cannot find the actual cover to this pot, so I'm just going to use my little frying pan. It works surprisingly well. So once your broth is done boiling, you're going to do a process called tempering, which means that you're going to take these nice raw eggs, which are either cold or room temperature, and you're going to add some of the hot broth to them. If you just added them straight to the fresh off boiling broth, you'd actually end up making scrambled eggs. This is going to be very hard to do one-handed. I'm going to add a little bit and whisk. Add a little bit and whisk. So you're just bringing the egg mixture closer to the temperature of the broth of the soup. And I actually added the chicken at the end of the cook time. So there's a little bit of chicken in here, which is fine. Whisk, 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 and now you've got this nice hot egg mixture. So now we're going to take that egg mixture and slowly do the same thing, incorporate it into the egg lemon soup. So I'm going to switch utensils now. Add some of the egg. And mix. Add some of the egg. And mix. Add some of the egg. Actually, I'm just going to add the rest of the egg. And mix. So you'll notice I didn't add any salt to this. My taste for salt personally changes every day, so I leave my food unsalted and then salt it as I'm eating it. This recipe makes about 4.5 cups, which for me is about 9 servings. And each half cup serving is 100 to 110 calories, depending on how much chicken you put in, how much pasta you put in, and about 8 grams of protein. So that's a pretty good, substantial lunch. Fills me up very well, and again, like I said, it digests well. I'm not sure if it's coming across in this kitchen light, but you're not crazy. I have gone strawberry blonde, just something new and different to try. So I hope this was useful and that it helped you learn how to make something a little bit different that's a little more digestible. Have a great day.